what's the procedure and protocol for me to get invited in? It's like, how do I be more trustworthy?
Yeah.
Because do you know who's in charge of you?
You are.
You are. And it might be a
Yeah.
conversation. We've
Mhm.
certainly had people having a conversation with us over the years to say, hey, I kind of feel that I'm being kept out. That's not our intention to keep you out, but let me see why I'm not bringing you in. It's because you're scary.
There's people who, and they're not aware of it. It's like no one's ever had that conversation with them. But when they come, they start to stalk you. Especially as the leaders, like you'll be the first person they'll go to, and they'll start to stalk you, and they'll start to message. Like we've had people message us, send us links, send us
Trying to adjust
like,
us the whole time towards
here's
their
a book
thinking.
you should read. Here, you should think of this. You should go on this website. I mean, like this, not just once. This is like every Sunday they would come up to us. They come to Ian before you go to preach, and here I got this. All these books for you, or this is what you should do.
Here's your seat. Here's the 2-page word from the Lord for this morning.
Yeah.
Like.
And then they wonder why you don't want to listen to them, and then at some point you have to say, please, could you stop this? Could you stop contacting me? I need you not to do that. And sometimes people listen and they'll be adjusted, and other times they just won't. And it's like I've had people semi-stalk me.
Yeah, we've had to intervene at times even because
I've had
there's
to
a lot
say,
of scary people.
and like messaging me, I'm just driving past your house, I was going to drop by. No. I mean, honestly, like, no, it's okay, just leave it at the door. No.
Sending gifts for, anyway, all
of those,
scary people. They're scary, but that's the extreme. The other piece of it is like your job in coming to here, if you're going to actually say, I hope you understand that membership's not what we're after. We want builders. Like we want people that are going to come in and actually build. JD and Carrie want people to come in and actually build what it is they're building.
Yeah.
That have a heart for the culture, heart for the values, and are actually going to say, how can I do this with you? You need someone to, lead the ministry team. I have a lot of great ideas about how to lead a ministry team. What do you think? Do you think I could do that? Sure. As long as you're building trust. Because in our culture, if you're not building trust, someone will come up to you and say, hey, come here. Come here. Help me understand why you're so scary. I'd like to know why you're so scary. Do you know that when you do that this is what happens inside of me? Like when you're sitting in a meeting and you're rolling your eyes when I say something, this is what happens inside of me. I don't trust you.
Yeah.
You see, we start off with the premise that trust is given, but mistrust is earned. It's a good one, isn't it?
Makes sense, yeah.
Like trust, love always trusts.
Yeah.
But mistrust is earned.
Yeah.
Like the minute you're being sort of like, well, I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to, wave my flags and I don't care who I hit. Excuse me, like we've had to go to people and say, listen, see the mini tambourine that you've brought with you in your purse? Please don't play that. We'd love it if you went and be part of the worship team, or let them serve us at the minute. And if you want to be part of the worship team, go talk to Trevor.
Yeah.
We want you to be part of the worship team. And we've had people go, oh, I'm so sorry. That's fantastic. Yes, of course, I'll put it away. Hey, you're so far, like, you're blowing it out of tune. You're bursting people's eardrums.
Stop.
You can't obviously play it. Do you mind if you don't, like, I would love you not to do that during worship. Well, you're so controlling. Fascinating. Fascinating that you think I'm controlling. Because this is actually my house. When it comes to the final thing, like here's the scary piece for JD and Cara right now, is that when it comes to them going before the Father, it's not actually Nathan that's going to be asked, what did you do with Greater Chicago Church? It's JD and Cara. What did you do with what you were given? How did you steward it?
Yeah.
Well, I just let people do whatever they want to do. No, that's not freedom. That's absolute bondage.
No. Yeah.
You're free to love. You have absolute freedom to love and to love people around you.
Yeah.
But this thing, like, remember, coming into the culture, coming in to get involved, we're looking for builders who will build trust with our staff, with our leaders, in order to transform and equip people to contend for the kingdom. Questions? This is what I do with questions, by the way, because everybody's generally ask us anything. So when I get to 0, we're done. All right, when we get to 0, I will not take any more questions. You all got that?
No.
So I'm going to go 5, 4.
Oh.
Okay.
Here you go.
Yeah.
With the seed churches or the planted churches in all of the communities, would you say, don't take this offensively, right?
Well, if I do, we're going to have
No, okay, I love that you guys take risks and everything like that, but like what happened? Like, was it
Church
just not
plants
a
coming
good,
back?
like why did
we bring the church plants back?
I don't know if I know. So the question is, we had this church plus 3 other church plants that we last year. Actually, this time last year we started to talk to them about coming back. And when I say talk to them, I mean I started to say I want you all to come back.
Yeah.
I think for me, they were protecting me during a particularly low part of my life. So in 2012, we employed a guy to release me to do more of what it is we're actually going to be doing. We were trying to sell this building. I was like walking the streets looking for another church property, meeting with, like, drawing up just all the bank stuff, all that. And we were trying to buy a place in the city. And on October the 31st, that fell through. The alderman said we couldn't get a variance. The Catholic Church had opposed us. The local Catholic Church had opposed us coming into the area. And it was in Pilsen. So that was October 31st. On November the 13th, my mom died. And I think I just was depressed. I didn't really know. It was kind of like soldiering through. And whether it was me not able, I think what the people who planted did was actually, and JD and Carrie taking over this place at the time, I think what they did was covered me. We didn't know we were doing that at the time, but I think really what they were doing was covering me from hurting and not probably able to function at any other level or work out what the new vision was or what we're supposed to be doing. They give me space to sort of recover and be as amazing as I am today. So I think that's really what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Part of what happened, I think part of it was also allowing people to see that this was a dream that was in their heart, and is it really viable? Will it work?
Yeah, because we really did believe that we would be present in 77 neighborhoods. And we were starting with 4, and we felt this is going to increase. So, you only do at the time of what you know, don't you?
And if
You do it fast.
yeah, and if I think we got good things out of it, and we got things that we needed to learn out of it. I think one of the things we got out of it was JD and Carrie's leadership that really came to the fore. And I think people got to preach and get that out of their system, and
Yeah, there's definitely growth,
yeah.
but then in August last year, we called everyone back.
And that was as a result of probably about a 7-month conversation about what it was I really want to do. That was the result of it. Does that help?
It does. I was just curious.
Yeah. I mean, truthfully, if, I don't know if, well, I don't know. It was a great time and it was a terrible time, so.
Do you believe maybe you'll still be in 77 areas
I think-
at some point?
I think it'll look completely different, but I think
Yeah, I think that's, we thought it was gonna look like that.
We have a
That
mandate
made
to
sense
say-
to us,
Okay.
but I don't know if that's what it will look like.
here's what I think. I think God's in the business of doing a new wineskin. I think the old wineskin is to go on church plant and to do all that. I don't think that's the new wineskin. I think actually part of what JD and Carrie are doing with this Ohana stuff and with their heart for building relationships with other churches is way more powerful than saying, hey, let's just recreate ourselves and a bunch of
Yeah.
different things. So, do I think we'll have influence in all 77 neighborhoods? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But do I think there'll be a greater Chicago church? I don't think so. I think it's an old, I think it's a sectarian approach in many ways.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kathy?
So the covering, you said they were covering you, was them going out and planting churches?
I think
Or
it-
when you brought them back?
No, I think it was them going out and actually covering my weakness. So one of the things that, in our culture is we don't uncover weakness. So if you're, I'm gonna pick Nate because he's a big, strong boy and he's standing right beside me. So if we discover Nate is weak in an area, we don't make it our job to uncover that, we make it our job to cover that. So it would be like, Noah's sons, covering
Mm-hmm.
their father's nakedness, not revealing or exposing.
Right.
Right.
Now people can get freaked out and say, well, what does that mean if you're sinning? Does it mean, that means we're actually gonna cover you. Like, we're gonna work with you and cover you, not expose it to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying I was sinning or anything like that, but I think I was hurting
Yeah.
and didn't really know it. And I think just they kind of, and they wanted to, they wanted to do it. But I think like the unknown piece of it was God was giving an opportunity to sort of give me space. So, that helped.
So, like, coming into this culture for me, it feels like, when you work outside all day, and then you just go jump in the pool, that, like, extremely refreshing feeling, And so I was force-fed religion my whole life, So I guess I have, like, two-part question, like, one, where did the church get it so wrong, And then also, two, like, why is this mainstream? Like, why don't more people experience this? Like, it blows my mind, it's like, why am I 33 years old and just learning this stuff,
And what's the most, like, what is it you're learning? Tell me what you're learning. It's the most, whoa!
I mean, it's like something new every day, like, for example, sonship. I've never even heard that word until a couple months ago. Like, oh man, what the heck is that? Discernment. Thought that was just, well, I discern you're having a bad day. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's so, like I said, like that's what it really feels like to me. Like, I'm sitting in the pool right now, drinking a cold beer after I just worked.
Not Kool-Aid. You're not drinking the
No,
Kool-Aid.
not Kool-Aid. They're not Kool-Aid, no. But like,
Beer's okay, cool.
it's just,
Preach.
yeah, it's like working at something for so many years, and I believe it's like, there's always been an ask behind it. There's always been like, well, if you do this, then you can have this. And when here, it's just like, just be, So, I don't know if that answers your question, but.
Yeah, so where did the church get it wrong? I think they misrepresented God. I think God became an angry father somewhere down the line.
Mm-hmm.
With Calvinism and stuff, God became an angry father.
Anselm, I think, brought in the sort of like in the 11th century, brought in this sort of weird doctrine of an angry, wrathful God, which came from like sort of like Greek and Roman pictures scriptures of, you know, he was influenced by a lot of sort of Greek